What up, fam, and welcome back to the vlog. Today we are going to be chopping it up about the purple velvet cake with the blue cream cheese icing that we made for our gender reveal. Before you have our list of ingredients, I will either link them in the description box down below or I will pop them up on the screen. Can't say which one I'm going to do, but it's going to happen. First, we're going to add in our cream cheese, and then we are going to blend that, blend, whip, whichever you want to call it, until it's smooth and creamy. Now we're going to add our sugar. Same thing, nothing different. And also, during this part, you want to make sure that you don't over mix it. So that's why you go bit by bit, one egg at a time. We're going to be doing this until it's nice and smooth and creamy. Second egg to go ahead and kind of start to mesh and blend those ingredients together. That is our buttermilk as well as our sour cream and our vanilla extract. Bada boom, bada bam. How y'all doing today? So now we are going to be pouring our cheesecake into our spring foam pan. If you see the aluminum foil on the outside, don't worry about it just yet. We're gonna get to that in just 1 minute. Let me just get all this goodness about this bowl, and we can go on to the next step. Here we have I think it's like 5 cups of boiling water that's going to be poured right on in here, and this is where we're going to lay our cheesecake in our spring foam pan, and that is why we have the aluminum foil on the outside, so that way when we put it in the oven to bake, it is going to create like a moisture layer, but with the aluminum foil, it creates a barrier between the water to make sure that we don't get any extra or excessive amount of water into our cheesecake that's going to throw off our overall balance, because why do we measure in the beginning if we're going to let the water get in there? 325 for 45 minutes. We're going to come back and get it out. Now let's see this little work of art, shall we? They will sleep, so out by my lonesome. So, you know, we're going to be moving and grooving. Now we're finna get ready to start to bake our cake. After we put this in the freezer for 1 hour. I had a clip that went the opposite direction. The camera was looking from the other side, but they didn't see it until later, so we missed out. Now, here we have our ingredients for our cake. Cake flour, sugar, there's some sugar there that's separated. We got some cocoa powder, baking soda, eggs, vanilla extract, oil, different variation of food coloring, because remember, we're going to be making a purple velvet cake, and some buttermilk. Now we're going to mix our ingredients. We've sifted our flour already so that the video won't be unnecessarily long. Sugar, baking soda. We're gonna put all of our dry ingredients in. Yes, sir. Then we're gonna mix these together so that they're nice and blended. We have our dry ingredients evenly blended. We're going to add our 2 eggs in, as well as our vanilla extract, followed by our vegetable oil, and last but certainly not least, our buttermilk. That's going to give it that nice, wonderful texture. Now here we have red and blue food coloring. I'll have to put the count of how many drops I used on each, either in the description box or on the screen. because it's not just half and half. There's a actual ratio that you need to go. And to be perfectly honest with this cake, it turned out a nice deep purple. So next time I'm gonna go with the neon food coloring so that we can get kind of like a brighter and more vibrant purple. But ain't nothing wrong with deep purple, but the lighter one just pops a little bit more, you know. Now we're going to put these cakes in the oven. I'm gonna go take me a nap for like 30 minutes, then I'm coming back. Shameless plug right here. Don't talk about my cakes. My stove on lean. I gotta fix that. Y'all gonna see that soon. But there are screws on the bottom of the stove that keep it level. And ours ain't that level. So that's why they look like lean tile pieces. We're getting ready to make our cream cheese icing. We've got 1 stick of butter, 2 8-ounce containers of cream cheese, and we have our 2 cups of powdered sugar. We're gonna cream the butter and the cream cheese together, followed by adding our cake flour. Told y'all to work in one hand, so y'all get what you get in this part. I know y'all probably would like to see it mix a little bit more with maybe a time lapse, but we got time for that another day. Couldn't get to it today. Gonna sit this for a moment. Actually, I'm gonna wind up taking this saran wrap off because I forgot one key component that was supposed to be going on here. There we go. Gotta go ahead and put that blue food coloring in it so that we can make it the blue velvet. Now we're gonna saran wrap it up and put it in there to cool. Y'all see that? So since the stove on lean like that, we're gonna take the tops off. But even with taking the tops off, you can see kind of like the ridge coming from the right to the left. So we're gonna have to adjust our stove on that side, maybe about a ½ inch up. But till then, this is how we're gonna be working. I'm no professional baker, so don't make fun of my cake icing skills here. It tastes good. Might not look all that great, but we've had some great desserts in our lifetime that don't look the best. I mean, they don't look trash now, but it just don't look like somebody did it at a professional bakery or nothing like that. Because we had this dessert one time called a Drunken Ugly. When we went to, where were we when we had that Drunken Ugly? We were in Panama City. Man, it looked like something deconstructed, but we talk about it all the time. It did not look how it tasted. I'm not even a discriminant type person, but when I saw it, how it tastes compared to how it looked, it completely surprised me. I did goof a little bit here. I did not let my cheesecake sit at room temperature. So this part right here, I had some nice shavings, almost like I had some sprinkled on top for the cheesecake. But tidbit FYI, make sure you let your cheesecake cool to room temperature before you insert it into the center of your cake. That way it won't look like raised like mine. Now when it comes to room temperature, it's gonna settle a little bit, and that's going to make your icing shift if you don't allow your cheesecake to cool to room temperature before you insert it into the center of your cake. I ain't had time to do that, so It was what it was. We are almost done here. Just a little bit more, and then we can put the finishing touches on it. Man, it was so good. What a shame that I did not let that cheesecake cool, because we had to wait about 8 hours before we actually cut into it. Put that cake topping to good use. And by the way, it was not a gender reveal. It was a baby shower.